Everyone, another video, a car video today here from the Tokyo real estate man. This is the Nissan Elgrand. Kind of the Nissan Elgrand, I'm a really big fan of it. I was just in Tokyo last month and I saw a construction worker and we had a little chat because he had a really nice Elgrand, and I'm a really big fan of this car. However, I think they discontinued it in 2024. But it's still a really popular car. Nissan, sometimes I can't understand what they're doing, but of course I know their company a little bit better than I do, obviously. But I'm a big fan of this car, and what's really nice about this car, like we're looking here in the dealer space here, and the Elgrand is kind of a great car that sells for a little bit cheaper in some ways than other cars like the Delica, for example, or the Alphard, for example. However, I mean, like Alphard and Toyota just has a better reputation. However, I think that this car is a very nice one. I'm a big fan of it. What I've done here for the search results, that I've looking anything that we can import here to Canada. If you're from any other part of the world, in Africa and something like that, we can ship to you there too. But it's just for the North American space in Canada, we would need basically 2010 and 2011. Any of the Elgrand prior to 2010, it's 2000 and I think 2002 to 2009. It doesn't look very good, and I don't really even look for it because, yeah, they made a really nice revolution or a change in the car with the front grille in 2010, and that's why I like it. So we're looking anything in between 2010 and 2011, anything less than 90,000 kilometers, automatic, four-wheel drive. I always try to get the four-wheel drive. Why? Because if you can get something that's low kilometer, use it for a year or two, and you don't put any much kilometers on it, it's always easier to sell when it has less mileage. So yeah, I think it's just a really good place to look in the market. If you come here to GU, always come on to like the Japanese GU, because this is where the better deals are. And this isn't very hard to use, all this sort of software. Even if you don't know how to read it, you can just sort of click it down and sort of figure it out. Okay, we could even restrict this. You can restrict the search even further, but I try to keep it at 90 because that's in fact, what you can do is you can move it up to 100,000 kilometers right there, and it might, you see, let's see if we brought any. Yeah, we increased supply here by 17, so we could just keep it here and then have a look at what comes up. The first one came up here is a really interesting one. This is a pretty good price. This is 104, which was basically about 9,500 Canadian. I thought we could click it just to look at it because this is a pretty impressive. This is a really good dealership in Japan. That's this is the parent company right there. You'd say Oyakasha, and this is a dealership here called SUV Land. But let's click it and go over here and have a look at some of these pictures because it is a really impressive car. And everything that I'm doing is really looking at I think, a top sample. I think this one had, what did we have? 68,000 kilometers, man. This is basically a brand new car for about $9,000. We can look at the price in a little bit more detail later. But really nice. Black is nice. Easier to sell a black car. This is a really nice one. This is great. Okay. Let's see what we have here. And really sharp inside. I love it. This is a great car. And you can see it has like the automatic sliding doors on both sides. So, and then there you go. Push button, four-wheel drive. And it also has the, in the back, has the electronic opening door there for the back as well. That's really great. This is a really nice sample. I think they had a video here, it looks like. I wonder if it's a video here or it's a video introducing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let's see if this brings up. Arigato. Hi. Okay. I'm not sure if they're actually introducing the car or introducing the dealership here. Let's see if they actually get to the car. They might not be getting to the car. Oh, here it is. They did get to it right here. This is the actual car itself, I think. You can see they have a lot of supply there. No, they're not. They're not going to actually get into any supply, but yeah, you can see this is probably a lot of younger men, and that younger salesmen would work in a dealership like this. But you have a lot of people that are actually my age as well, too, in the like sell cars. It's a very interesting space. Like the used car market in Japan is a very active market. There you see too, they use this sort of you find this design in the Ritai Chushajo, which is the 3D parking spots in Tokyo. And what they would do, they would spin the car around to take a really interesting video right here. you know, keep going through some of the pictures. It's just a nice sample in the market at a decent price. Yeah, I love this car. I really love it. I think what I would do, I'm looking to get one of these myself that I could actually keep in Japan, because I will be moving back to Japan. Well, I think in 2 years, I've had really enough of living here in Canada that I just want to get back to Japan. So I'm looking for one of these for myself. I might get one. I was looking at one earlier this week. I couldn't get it in the auction. And it looks really nice underneath as well. I didn't end up getting it. But this car is a really good one because it ends up as really cheap. Look how clean this is underneath. It's basically a brand new car, 60,000 kilometers, 2011. This is great. Anyhow, this is really maybe the best sort of sample in the market. Look really clean. Of course, some of the details might not look as clean when you look up close to it right here. That is for 104, you'd say 104, or I guess 105 because there's 10Q right there, 0.9. We can come here to the price right here and see, you put it in like this. This is basically, I think I should do it like this though, right there, which is basically 1 million yen. And this one in US dollars is 6,700. This from and this one here in the Canadian dollars is 9,300. For this is getting something in the dealer space. So if you're looking for a particular product with and you don't want to go to the through the auction process, this is a decent process at all. You can contact me and we could just go to the dealership and pick it up for you and then bring it to Canada. You'd be looking at probably 15. You'd still be looking at probably $12,000 or $13,000 to get it here to Canada, for example. And of course, in America, you can't bring anything that's newer than 25 years old. So that market is absolutely impossible. Anyhow, that's the one other thing I could go through some of this when you're looking at it right there. You see the details right there. This is the 3500cc engine, which is the bigger one, 2011. For example, this one, 2011, we can bring into Canada from next month, but depending on the month. So this one actually could be actually unworkable in some ways. And then all the other details are here. It means it has no like accident. It's not been in an accident. 68,000 kilometers. And then here's some of the other. This is it gives you the rating and everything on the car. There's so much information here on it right here. This one actually has a warranty on it right here. This is a whole show, which is known as a warranty. It has a 3-month warranty on it, or 3,000 kilometers. So you can't really pile up a lot of kilometers on it and then hope for the warranty to go. They do put a little mileage sort of limit onto the warranty as well, but 3 months, 3,000 kilometers, pretty normal. This is what's known as the Kuchikomi or Honbai 10, which is the Honbai 10 is the dealership, okay, and Kuchikomi is the rating, and it's 4.8. Most of the dealers here on SUV Land, you can see right there, where are they located? And Ishikawa-ken, so they're in Ishikawa-ken. Okay, and then actually all you can copy this right here and put it onto the map location and show exactly where it is. So yeah, that's it. And then also, if you're in Japan, you can contact directly online. And the salesmen in the car business are really good. They're really, I guess you could say they're aggressive, but they follow up a lot. So when you give sometimes they do and they don't, because what happens if it's a really good deal on a car and there's a few other buyers, sometimes they're into that one buyer that it's already working with, and they'll sort of hold you in line. But yeah, that's just sales for you. Anyhow, that's that one. I thought we could come up to this other one that it was considerably cheaper. This was like one that was at a decent price that I just liked it. It was in black, but there was a really cheaper sample here in the marketplace. We'll go through the rest of the prices here. And here's one. You can see this one is, I would say it's priced a little higher. It's priced a little higher there for 79,000 kilometers. So you can do all these sort of quick assessments. Definitely something pretty good. This is 86,000 for 2010 for 9,000 or 90 mon, you'd say, in Japanese. Again, same price as the above one, 83. That's about comparably priced, but you see it has a 2500cc engine, which I like a little bit better because it's a little bit better gas economy. However, that 3500cc engine is really sort of I talked to a guy who used to work for Nissan here one time in Vancouver, and that 3500cc engine, he just loved it. He used to work for Nissan. He just kept telling me how great it was. This is basically a brand new car for 12,000, or you'd say 120 month, 45,000 kilometers right there. So that's actually priced pretty good considering it's 45,000 kilometers. Really, really good. So and this one, yeah, 86. You see, that was the same basically price. I need this stuff here about 83,000 kilometers being priced at basically $10,500, or you'd say, I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. 105 man or 105 man. Okay, this one here, 59,000. So everything is sort of like pricing itself, sort of equivalently. This is the one I thought we could look. It's really the best deal. This is the best deal from this dealership here, right here, called Guy Lane, I guess, Guy Lane, and this is a really good deal. I thought because of 83,000, 2010 for the 2500cc. It is a four-wheel drive as well, and we'll get to open this one up and we'll have a look at it. I think it's a really good deal, and this is the car right here, and this, of course, is the style that most of the dealerships in Japan take. They always turn the wheels in, so that has a really cool effect in terms of the photo. You can see the grille looks really nice. So if you look at the old grille prior to 2010, it just looks like your grandfather's Elgrand. But this was a really good development that Nissan did, and I've just been a fan of this car for a long time. There's not many good pictures here on this one particular site on it right here. I thought this was a good one. And here's one here. Most of the stuff they have here is their promotions and stuff like that. Obviously, maybe they're not going to have the, maybe the electronic sliding doors aren't there on this one and everything like that, compared to that other model. It could be just a lower end model. But to me, you could look at the electronic sliding doors as actually a risk as well too. But if you're a person with kids, who has kids, and you're doing your grocery shopping and everything like that, they're pretty good too. This is a pretty impressive interior. The one that I did was looking at the other day had the beautiful leather seats, but I didn't end up getting it. I was too strict in terms of the price that I wanted to get in the auction. In some ways I screwed up. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So you're too strict, and should expand the price a little bit more, and you would have got a good car. And yeah, it's a very beautiful car, and it sells at fractions of the Delica. Like this one for the Delica for the same year and everything like this, probably would even be almost 3 times the price. So it's a really good deal for the Elgrand. I just think it's a great deal. Anyhow, I'll carry on about it. Here you go, right there. 83,000 kilometers. This is a 2500cc. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that in English very well. 2010, so you can bring that into Canada right now. And then the key things that I always get the four-wheel drive. It's gasoline. It's not a diesel. If you get the Caravan with the 3500, it can be diesel, but that's with the Caravan. I'm not sure if the diesel moves over into the Elgrand. Anyhow, where is this dealership? I thought we covered the dealership. Here is the dealership, Galen, or what's it called, Galen, maybe. And the rating here on GU is 4.5. You say hum by 10. Kuchikomi, that's a good word to learn. Kuchikomi, which is just learning the Kuchi is that's reputation, or I guess rating, is another way of putting it right there. You could, if you want to find out where the dealer is, you can copy and paste that there and stick it into Google Maps. But it is here in Fukushima, right there. So just north of Tokyo. Not so hard to get. But if you get a car like that, it's still going to cost about, for example, it's going to cost about $300 still to move it to Tokyo, and the exporter fee and everything like that. So you're still looking to get this to Canada, about $11,000. To get really a good sample in the marketplace of 83,000 kilometers, and yeah, about $12,000, and then the car is yours. Anyway, look here at the Elgrand. I don't think what else we could do is we could come up and see. We can see others. One other thing we could do to expand this video, just quickly, I was just thinking to do this while we're at it. Come up here, and then we could expand this, for example, to, let's bring it up to about, let's see when an absolute newer one would be from, let's say 2022. I forget exactly when they made it new, but you can see we've really expanded the supply right there. And then so it'll bring that whole portion of the search over. And then what you can do, you see this one, they've obviously paid for the first spot right there, but what you can do is if we go to the top end of the market, which is known as, you can either push this one here, which is the Sogo price, which is the total price. So this is Takaijun, and we're going to get that very top end of the market and get a really good sample that we can look at here for the very end of the video here. And yeah, this is a really nice one. Whoa, it's sharp. Okay, this is a 2021 for 543 months. This is going to be about $48,000 Canadian, and it has three months, so it has 30,000 kilometers on it right there. That's not necessarily the best example in some ways, I guess, because we can see this has got 15,000 kilometers, so that's a really good. And the way you can do that there is you can move it here to Skunaijun, and this here is mileage right here. So you hit this one, and then we'll get the sort of one that's got the least. Did I push that? Oh yeah, yes I did. It did work. It did indeed work. And this one has 13,000 kilometers on it right here. And this was a 2022 with 13,000 kilometers on it. That other one looked pretty good, but it was considerably more. That was $20,000 more. So 346. And then you can also combine it also with something newer as well. So this will give you the newest with well, let's get this the new, or you cannot. Oh yeah, it will. So this would be the newest one with the least amount of mileage on it. When here's one from 2022, for example, right there. And yeah, let's just click that there, and we can just look at it really quick. Although that red one did look pretty good. And we can just go through this one quickly. I'm trying to make these videos quicker, but it gives you a really good idea of what the top end of the market price is. And how you get good at car buying is just keep looking at cars. You just keep, you need to look at all kinds of car samples. You can see right here, like what happens in Japanese dealerships. They don't generally take the picture of the car in front of the dealership, and then they use this picture of the dealership or the name of the dealership in their picture framing. You'll see it in a second. When we look, this is all fresh to look at this dealership, but when they take pictures of the car, you can see it has all the sliding doors on it right there, including the opening door in the back, and dash look pretty clean. And this again is 4-wheel drive. Get to some other, it's just a nice sample. Of course, it's really shows you the great deal that one for like 60 mon is. That was a really good deal. So we'll get to it. The leather interior though, but someone in the this is really good too, because you're basically getting a 2022 car for 350 mon. That's a really good price. Nissan, very popular car still in Japan though, but I find my interpretation of Nissan is that it's actually more they do more sales abroad. Here I am waiting for it, but I was just trying to show you how they do it. And generally speaking, this one doesn't look quite as good as the other ones we looked at right here. To me, it doesn't look quite as sharp, but it's newer, and it had 41,000 kilometers. Well, the thing we can look at, this was 4-wheel drive though, so you 41,000 kilometers, 4-wheel drive, 5 doors, 7 passenger, 250cc. And then where is the dealership, for example, right there, Hanbaiten Kuchikomi 4.9. That is really good, and it's in Saitama, which is a really lot of dealerships in Saitama. So the next trip that you take to Tokyo and you want to go to a lot of dealerships, Saitama and Chiba are a really good place to buy cars, because there's a lot of great dealerships. Happy to look at some stuff here with the Toyota, the Nissan Elgrand. It's a great. It's just a great car. I'm going to get one of these. I like it a lot. You'll want to get a hold of me. 2 places you can get a hold of me. In the videos here, I will always have my email in the show links. The other way to go is to my X. The X is I'm a Tokyo real estate agent, Tokyo real estate investor. You can come here to my X, the Tokyo Real Estate Man. You can follow the X, and I will link this video onto the X, and I will put I'll put one of these listings up here on the X as well. The other way of getting hold of me, I invite you to follow the X or the Twitter, whatever name. I called it Twitter in front of my daughter the other day. She reminded me that it's no longer called Twitter. It's called X. Is it Planet X, which is Planet Nibiru? Maybe. Who knows? And the other way of getting a hold of me, okay, is through my Instagram. I think I might have some real estate stuff up here because I just made a real estate video a little bit earlier today right there, and we did cover some stuff. Muji House. The other way to come here is come to my profile, right? If I go to my profile, it should kick this up, which is the Instagram Tokyo Real Estate Man website, and then you can always DM me here, either here or the actually you can give me a straight mail if you're interested. Okay, thank you for taking the time to watch another car video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. This is the one car that I do have in Vancouver right now. I do have a couple of more cars that I recently purchased in Japan that will be coming to Canada, but as I said, I will be moving back to Japan, and when I'm in Japan, I'm going to be doing more stuff in the Japanese car domestic market. Is my have a little mini dealership in Tokyo as well. いつもこのチャンネル見てるありがとうございます。今日の動画もう終わりです。Nissan Elgrandの動画もよろしくお願いします。今日の動画は終わりです。お疲れ様です。